Hey there, my name is Justin, otherwise known as Just Moonshot, and you're listening to the Everything Crypto Podcast. This podcast will keep you up to date with the latest news in the crypto markets, as well as provide answers to your questions. Before we get started, this podcast is not financial advice, and it's for educational and entertainment purposes only. In this episode, we're going to cover one of the largest Bitcoin mining firms makes a major investment. A new institutionally backed exchange opens. Bitcoin's dominance is increasing. Fidelity files for a spot ETF. And let's get some updates on the Blackrock ETF filing. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, a word from the sponsors of this show. Advantis Outlook is an all-in-one suite of tools for the DeFi market. As we know, the token space is the wild west of crypto, with hundreds, if not thousands, of rug pulls every single day. Advantis Outlook, powered by AI, gives you a place to trade on the Ethereum and the Binance Smart Chain. Not only will Advantis Outlook help you do your own research and give you your own personal score for any project that you're looking at, but it will also keep you safe with a one-of-a-kind AI rug pull prediction model. If Advantis AI predicts a rug pull, trading for that token is turned off on the platform, so you can't accidentally buy. This incredible tool is free to use. Visit www.advantis.ai to start using this incredible prediction model and keep yourself safe today. In our first story, Riot Platforms, one of the largest Bitcoin mining firms in the world, adds 33,000 new Bitcoin miners before the halving. At a cost of $163 million, this should add an additional 7.6 exahash to the already 10.5 exahash they have for mining Bitcoin. Also hinted is another upgrade in 2024. That would bring an additional 15.3 exahash to their platform. It is no wonder why Riot Platform is one of the largest Bitcoin mining firms in the entire world. And with these upgrades, they seem to be preparing for the next halving. The reason why this is so important is because when the halving happens, the amount of rewards cuts in half. So they're investing a ton of money and a ton of power for the next halving. In our next story, EDX Exchange launches with the backing of Citadel, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Sequoia Capital, Virtue Finance, and Paradigm. This trading platform will deal with only a few cryptos. For example, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. They are also limiting the type of trades that are going to be available. Type of trades that are going to be available is market, limit, and post only. This exchange seems to be built for institutional investors, based on more traditional trading methodologies to make it more familiar to institutional traders. It doesn't seem to be for the everyday trader. This is just more proof that the institutions are coming into crypto in a very big way for the next bull run. Bitcoin dominance raises over 50% for the first time in over 2 years. But what does that mean? Well, every time that there is a bull run, Bitcoin's dominance needs to rise. Bitcoin, coming close to the halving, usually has a dominance increase over other altcoins. Does that mean that the bear market is over? Not quite yet. There is still time before the next bull run. However, this is one of the indicators that the bull run is on its way. And let's get to the news that seems to be really pushing the markets. Fidelity, a major asset firm in the United States, has applied for a spot ETF. It follows Blackrock, who is one of the largest, if not the largest, asset firms in the world. Blackrock holds over $70 trillion in assets, and they seem to be throwing their hat in the ring for Bitcoin. One thing we saw this week was that Blackrock was going to use Coinbase as their custodial holder. Is this another shot at the SEC? And does BlackRock know something that we don't? They seem very confident that they will get this spot ETF cleared. Breaking news just then as we're recording. The SEC says the applications for the spot ETFs are insufficiently clear, as reported by the Wall Street Journal. Is this the end of spot ETFs if this is true? No, I don't believe so. And the reason why is BlackRock will probably reapproach and refile with the things that were required by the SEC to make those things more clear. However, the markets have kind of had a funny way of playing with this one. First, there was about a 6% downslide, and now Bitcoin is back even on the day. So even with the news that the ETF filing might lack some clarity, it has not slowed the market. And the Bitcoin price at the time of recording this is $30,396. This podcast is brought to you by Advantis University. Are you new to cryptocurrencies or have friends asking how to get started? Advantis AI has provided a free Crypto 101 course for you and your friends and family. Learn from the Advantis team with over 20 years of combined crypto experience, breaking down the basics of what is an exchange, what is a wallet, and how to navigate the crypto market. Enroll free at www.advantis.ai and start learning today. So with this podcast, one thing we wanted to do was we want to be able to have this as an open forum and for you to ask questions. Now, we didn't receive any questions for this week because it's a brand new podcast, but going forward, if you wish to submit questions, you can go to our website, which is www.everythingcryptopodcast.com, and on there, you'll find a link to submit your questions. I'll read your questions on the podcast and give you my insights. So once again, you can find that form at www.everythingcryptopodcast.com. And with that, one thing I would like to say is as we move towards the bull market, it is important to be patient. We are seeing the macro and micro indicators showing institutions moving in and things getting ready for the bull run. But there's still some miles left on the road to the bull market. If you have made it through this bear market so far, I congratulate you in your incredible patience. And even though this may not be your first cycle, I know that these bear markets can be tough to bear, pun intended. As we continue towards the next bull cycle, there are some exciting times ahead, but there's also some strange times ahead. And I am thrilled to have you on this crazy journey with us. If you've enjoyed the first episode of this podcast, please share it with your friends or people who you know are interested in crypto. With your help, we can make this podcast grow into something incredible. I have an incredible team behind me, and without them, there would be no way that I could actually do this podcast. So I'd like to give a special shout out to Louise, Chris, Seek, and Jamie. Thank you so much for helping me get this off the ground, and thank you so much for supporting and helping with news ideas. I'm very excited for the future of this podcast. And last but not least, before we sign off, I'll let you know where you can find us. First things first is our website, which is www.everythingcryptopodcast.com. On there, you'll see a page with our link tree. Our link tree has all of our social medias. And in the future, if you want to listen to this podcast on the go, we're going to be on all major platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Audible, TuneIn Radio, and so many more. As always, you can go to our website to find out where to listen to us, or even just to listen to us from our website, which is www.everythingcryptopodcast.com. Once again, I would like to thank our sponsors of this podcast, Advantis AI. Go check out their amazing suite of tools and their university at www.advantis.ai. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.